The man was horrified to discover someone alive trapped inside the wall before him. The person's body was completely immobilized, and the solid wall was slowly crushing his internal organs. The sheriff watching this unfold was overwhelmed with panic, as he gradually realized that everyone trapped in this town had no way to escape. Thus, the man paid a terrible price for his attempt to flee. Initially, everyone believed the bottle-covered tree deep in the forest was a bridge to the outside world, because Annie had traveled through the tree's interior to a lighthouse, where she was pushed down by a young boy inside. When she regained consciousness, she found herself in a hospital. Clearly, she had escaped from the demonic town. However, after another car accident, Annie found herself back in the town, seemingly unable to break free from the curse of entrapment. The townspeople were utterly shocked to see Annie's return, as she had made it to the outside world. This was, after all, the only known method of escape since they'd been trapped. Some angrily accused Annie of failing to seek help from the outside, but Annie knew that even if she told the truth about the town, no one would believe her. Still, she acknowledged that she had indeed wasted the best opportunity to call for outside help. Some residents volunteered to venture to the bottle-covered tree where Annie had once traveled, hoping to escape the town and alert the authorities in the outside world to rescue those trapped. However, the sheriff knew this was absolutely unfeasible. He had once traveled through the tree himself, only to end up in a narrow, dry well where he nearly died. This proved that the tree's destination was random and that they shouldn't take such blind risks. Jack could only hope Annie would take him to the tree's location. He swore to follow the sheriff's orders and wouldn't enter the tree hollow. He just wanted to see what was inside the bottles hanging on the tree. Soon, Annie led Jack to where she had crossed to the outside world. Jack eagerly collected information from the bottles, but strangely, they contained only pieces of paper with numbers written on them. It was difficult to discern any connection between the bottles, yet Jack felt he was close to uncovering the truth about the town. He told Annie that he too had seen the children dressed in white, just as she had. They were lying on cold stone slabs, waiting for someone to save them. The children were all calling the same name, Ankui. Above them was a strange symbol, but soon, everything Jack witnessed vanished instantly, and calm returned. Neither of them could understand the connection between the symbol and the children, nor why the bottle-covered tree could transport people to the real world. Just then, a man who had been following them arrived at the bottle-covered tree. He had packed his belongings and was ready to travel to the outside world, determined not to waste the opportunity as foolishly as Annie had. As the man prepared to enter the tree hollow, Jack tried to stop him, remembering the sheriff's warning that the tree hollow might lead to other places. But the man refused to listen and disappeared into the tree hollow before their eyes. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, residents suddenly began screaming in terror. When the sheriff rushed to investigate, he discovered that the man who had entered the tree hollow was now trapped inside a wall. Obviously, he hadn't made it to the outside world and had paid a terrible price for trying to escape the town. Unable to breathe, his internal organs were being slowly crushed by the solid wall. The desperate sheriff wanted to end the man's suffering but couldn't bring himself to do it. He could only helplessly watch as the man died in agony. This is from, literally, Nightmare Town.